Welcome, another day down on the plot today. I've got a little helper with me and I've got a big one that will be coming up in a short while. Not too much to do today. The roof of the fruit cage is definitely going on today. I've got some manure I need to put in some of the beds, and I've also got to finish putting the straw around the brassica cage, so we're going to get started straight away on those jobs. Say hi, Joshua.
Hello.
So I'm not covering the garlic, that doesn't need to be covered, but I am covering everything else. And since tying up the broccoli, it's definitely got bigger. So I shouldn't have to come back in here now at all unless there's some kind of disaster until spring. But saying that, if the frame falls, I will have to. Yeah, it should be. Right, got some extra coverage on the rhubarb. Right, can you pop that in the shed, please? Because that's blowing a hoolie. You've not been in the fruit cage yet? No. Have you not?
What's that? Strawberries?
That's strawberries in here, yeah.
Is this more strawberries?
Yeah, all three beds are full of strawberries. You've got two different types of strawberries.
Okay. Red?
Maybe even three, actually. Yeah, there's a dark pink, red, and a... White.
Wow, I'm so smart.
You are so smart. Right, okay, so when I was down last time, these canes were chopped back, but this one here, oh, I was going to put a stick in. Let's just put a cane in anyway. So I'm just going to put an extra cane in for support here. Okay. That's done. So I don't need that cable tie now, but pop it in your pocket because we might need it, because this has got to come out. So to do the roof, we need to get this out and open it out. So we've got a good idea of which direction to put it in. Right, take that out, put it here.
Oh, I need 2 arms.
The other side of here.
Okay.
Yeah, just watch you don't catch nothing on your way.
I'm stuck.
You're stuck already. So just keep going.
I thought I was stuck.
No, just keep going. I think it's probably just where it's all on one thingy.
Yeah.
I don't think you are.
No.
No.
Oh.
Go.
That's what it was.
Go, go. That's it, all the way over there. Without falling over. Right, we'll leave that open for a minute. It can be quite a challenge when I have the kids down with me on the plot, as much as I need their help sometimes, because sometimes there are things you can't do by yourself, especially if it's windy, especially if it means getting on a ladder or getting up high, or if I need some muscle and I'm really not feeling great or my body's just not up to it, I do get my eldest in, and sometimes my husband too, just to help me along the way. But I do very much appreciate their help, It's just very difficult to film when they're there. So my filming when they're there is a little bit more, how can I put it, hickledy-pickledy, if you know what I mean. If not, just it's a little bit more erratic, less flow when they're there, because I'm trying to see to what they're doing, give them jobs so they don't get bored. Usually if you see them disappear into the shed, they're eating my crisps or my sweets that I have in there for cold days, and just to give you that little boost of energy. Pop in yet more wood onto the brassica cage because the easterly wind had blown it terrible. So we did it in the end. We got there, the nail and screw in there, but it was done. So that is the brassica cage sorted. It's a lot better now. It's a lot stronger from both sides. I just need it to last me through to the winter. So in the early spring, I can either buy a polytunnel, which is I think what I'm leaning towards, and then I've got a secure area then. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to pop some compost and some manure and some ground soil into the other raised bed. So one's completely done, and now we're going to do this one. So we're going to go with a wheelbarrow onto my daughter's plot to grab some of her mud first. So the wheelbarrow's on Shannon's plot now. She's making a path all the way around, so we're just gonna take some of the soil from there. Kind of helps her out a little bit and helps me out because that's what I need. So let's get shoveling again. Okay, so I have a wheelbarrow full, which is excellent. So I made a little bit of a ridge, not that you see it very well here, and I have tried to join up to her one here, but that middle bit is rock hard, so I need to come on. It's a bit thawed out, so not in the next week. So you can kind of see where I've gone down a little bit there. If I stand there, it's much lower. And then what Shannon's done is she's planted her raspberry canes. So we're just planting some sticks. We're just going to pop some sticks in next to them so you can see them, because I didn't even notice them, even though I knew they were going to be here. And Joshua's going to try and find some balls to put on the end. So that is Shannon's progress just there, which is great. So there'll be enough space here from where the raspberry canes bush out to then walk along here in a line and make this a path, because she's got just a little bit of space here. So this is the pathway that we did together in the last video. I mean, Shannon did most of the work. She dug it all out, she put the lining in. I just helped shovel the chip-ins. Oh, I can never get this lid off. Yeah, that's her compost. She's got some more chip-ins here, ready for the path she's going to pop down, which she started on the other side. I said to her not to worry too much about the back of it for now, purely on the basis that she won't be walking on that bit for now because she's got the tarp down. But yeah, you can see how frozen everything is. So yeah, so she's doing really well. And then she's also, so this is where I'm stood is where she'd want the shed. So when she stands here, she can see all of her beds with all the flowers in them here. And then hopefully where the raspberry canes are there just before that fencing, where the sticks are, that is going to create almost like a wall. So a wall of raspberries, again, just to give her a little bit of privacy. She's popped the little fencing in. She needs some more. I've seen 2 more in my garden that I can bring up, which will help, but I think she needs 3 in total. So I might have to do a bit of a DIY project and make up some of my broken ones into a full one. And we need to figure out what she's going to do around the front, because she's lucky. She's only got neighbours on one side, so she doesn't have to do full fencing. And then we gave her the olive tree, which is here. So that is going to come up. So the angle that I am filming from now is where the most sun will come. So with that growing up, it will then create a little bit of shade on a couple of her beds, which will then give her an option to grow some things that don't need direct sunlight as well, or may need a little bit of shade as well as the heat from the sun. So that is everything that's going on here in Shannon's plot for now. She's coming down. I think she's done 6 hours this week, and she's coming down again the next day to be able to do it. Back over onto our plot, and Joshua was helping me transfer the mud into the bucket so we could carry them down one by one, because that wheelbarrow was not going to come down while all the wood's there holding the brassica cage up. Thankfully, my big son arrived and he then moved the rest of the wheelbarrow through the plot, whilst also doing a dance because he thought it would be funny to do it in front of my camera, asking me not to put it in. But I know he doesn't watch my videos, so enjoy that. Okay, so it's time to do the next raised bed. Once this one's done, there's just one more left to do. And I've got some bits and pieces with me today. I've got the soil, so let's get into. There's already a layer of chippings in the bottom. The reason why I've done that is because it was so uneven. To try and mallet it down was going to take ages, so I've literally just put a thin layer of chippings over the top. Underneath is just normal soil. So I'm going to put some mud in from my daughter's plot first, so I'm going to get cracking on that. Right, there you go, Joshua. That's another one. Let me get this done. Oh, it's a bit of rubbish in there. Okay. No, I'm just going to come at it from a different angle. Oh. Right. Oh. Right, this can go back now, Joshua, and go upside down. Okay. Oh, I'm not going to use my hands. It's a bit cold to use my hands. Okay, so this is our layer here of mud. So obviously by digging this up, I've messed with it a little bit, but obviously it's got time then to settle back in. But by having this as a bottom layer, it's just giving me that nutrients that you don't get from composting manure. Oh, I still have quite a few clumps in here. That needs to break down. There are some worms in here too. Okay, so next layer is going to be farmyard manure. Is it boiling yet?
Nowhere near. The flames weren't that big.
Yeah, I don't understand why. Okay. So it's the manure that I use from home. Right, okay, so let's get this in next. This is the one that I have been using. Okay, so let me have a scoot of this one. So I'm going to do a layer of this. I'm not mixing it in, I'm just going to let it naturally mix in itself, because now I've touched that soil and compost, I really don't want to mess too much. I've got a couple of rocky bits here. Okay, and then lastly, oh, okay, Connie, you have to do that one. That's frozen. If you can just tip that in, that's frozen solid. See, I did say it does help to have a little bit of muscle on the plot every now and again, as much as I like to do as much as I can by myself and be as independent as possible. Sometimes 2 pairs of hands are better than one. So it's not just sometimes having the company down at the plot when someone else is with you, but muscles definitely do help. This bag was frozen solid, so I definitely need to cover the bags. I mean, you can see how white the compost is when he pulls it out. So I've just left that really to thaw out by itself. I haven't messed with it too much. But yeah, I was so glad he could do this, because I think that would have took me a little while and froze me little hands off. Okay, so I got my son to do this one because it was frozen solid. Okay, and it still is. So I'm just going to move it around a little bit, just so it's in equal parts. Oh. And this is exactly why you should cover your beds, because this happens. Okay, so this is why you need to cover your beds. Look how frozen that is, and that's no good for your soil. Okay. That is how frozen that is. Wow. Alright, I'm going to put that down because that's the warmer area. Okay, so this bed now is halfway full. So I need to put something else on top just to bring up that extra layer. Let's tidy away this plastic first. Okay, so I've got nothing else to keep topping it up with. So I am going to have to bring down another compost from home and some sand, because I want to put sand in this, because I want to make sure that I've got at least one bed that's good for carrots up here. So I'm going to add some sand to this, just one bag of sand. Then I'm going to add a little bit more compost to the top of that, or some potting soil so it's nice and fine. Then put a layer of chip-ins. So until that point, I'm not going to put a bag over the top, because clearly a bag is not good enough, hence why it was frozen. So I'm going to put this over the top for now, for 2 reasons. So number 1, to protect the soil from the frost, and number 2, to protect the soil from the foxes and the rats. So I'm just going to put another piece of wood over the top to make sure the wind doesn't blow that up. Okay, so let's pop that piece in there, that piece in there, point it down because there's nails in it. Okay, so that's that job done, nice and secure. The kettle still isn't boiled, so I don't think we are going to get a hot drink. I think it's just too cold. I need to wrap the gas in more bubble wrap, I think. But it's time to do the netting on top of the cage. Let's get going. Okay, so Connor is doing the netting. He's tall enough to do a better job of it than what I am, that's for sure. So I've just made the hot drinks. Connor, you can't lean on that pole, it will snap. That's the weakest pole out of all of them. So Connor is gonna pop that on while I am going to figure out, hey JJ, how to put this on. So I have this. So this door is forever blowing shut and it drives me crazy. So I'm going to figure out how I can put something on to hook it on. So if I got a hook there, if I put that on there, that way. So that. Joshua, go and run to Connor. Okay. Okay, so I just dropped something that I'm going to need. Oh no, it went over there, that's fine. So I need a couple of screws. Small screws, as we know, they're not the easiest to find. I've got screws. So 2 small screws in here, which you can't see. Okay, let's try again. Okay. So lots and lots of sirens today. So popping this hook on the door ended up being a massive cock up. Because I was rushing it, I didn't look properly where I was putting it. I ended up putting the screws into a knot in the door. I also dropped the hook for the actual door down the decking, so we had to get that out. But I am going to bring up some battens and just reinforce that door a little bit more, because that door does get a battering from the wind, which is why I wanted a hook to keep it permanently open. So that was a quick job. I got finished off and I was done by the end of that. After dropping the bit down there, I just wanted to go home. It was cold. I'd had enough, and I think everybody else had. But we did manage to get a tea though. So that is the whole of the roof completely secure now, so no birds can get in. Not just because of the strawberries and the raspberries, but also because I don't want them to get stuck in there either, because if they get stuck in there, they're going to freak out and then hurt themselves. So I can finally say the fruit cage is complete. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I'm absolutely freezing. I can't lie, my back hurts, everything really hurts, even though I had a cup of tea, and it's crazy windy. So I've done all the things I needed to get done, and I'm really super pleased with everything that I've got done. So I can actually give it a break and not come down here for a few days now, because the only other big job I've got is actually doing this area here, which is that decking area. That's got to be done, and this big thing here has got to be moved, but it's too cold now. So we've just covered that plum tree because it's new. I wouldn't normally cover it. It's got a lot of buds on it. A lot of brand new buds have popped up the last couple of weeks. So I'm just covering that a little bit to protect it from any snow. That's all the ice that everybody was playing with. And that is the bed that is half full and covered. The peas are still doing absolutely fantastic in there. Okay. Oh my gosh, it's cold. And then the fruit cage, there's a better look here of the roof is finally on. What? It's taken a while, but it's on. So I'm going to close this up now. So the brassica cage is being held up just about every direction possible. And then just on that side, like I said, it's only till spring when I'm going to add a polytunnel to that area. So this is looking good. Okay. So bye from Joshua. Bye Connor, thanks for your help. Okay, so back for day 2 on the plot. Just moving these pallets because this big monstrosity here is being moved. So not to its final place, but being moved from here because I want to put the other raised bed there. So Connor's come today to help me do that. It's super heavy, mind. Like, and plus it's,
Stuck on the floor.
yeah, it's been sat there for a little while. So for now, it's just going to go over into a space over there, and then this bed here is going to go into that space, and I'm going to see how much more space I've got, whether I've got some more space for another bed or a wooden frame, or just I might do like a no dig path, so to go all the way across there, just have a no dig bed for maybe the courgettes or something like that. Nothing that grows too high, because I don't want it to create shade on this, which will be the pumpkin patch again. So yeah, it's just totally thinking ahead for everything, but that is where I would like that bed to go. So we might have a little play around to see what angle it goes in at, because I was originally, if you've watched previous videos, going to do 3 compost bays. However, we don't really compost enough to warrant 3, so this is our last year's one and it's only 1/3 full, so we definitely don't warrant having a 3rd one, and that is so far this year's. And we also found 2 pallets on the way home yesterday, so we are going to go and grab those as well. I have got a lot of pallets on the plot, but my daughter's going to need pallets as well, so it just gives me more options of what type of pallet I can use. And then we're going to get some chip-ins for the raised bed that we're going to put in, and have a look to see if we need to move the decking area ready to deck it. Okay, so that is Connor moving it with his pants halfway down. That's a beast, isn't it?
Where's it going, like that?
Turning it the other way and then onto the path. Then onto the path. It doesn't matter if you overlap slightly on that grass, because they're using my area for their own, so that's going to be sorted out this year. So yeah,
The other way.
yeah, this way, just round this way more, like that way.
Grab the front. Say when?
Down a bit, because it can't be too close to the fence, and towards you more. I say if you just kick it off that stone. That's it, that's perfect, just like that.
It's not very stable.
No, well, no one should be standing on it anyway, if I'm honest.
It's not that bad.
You can put it more flat if you want, because
Oh, I'll sort it out,
see where this metal pole is, that's ours. Okay, so this is one of the pallets that we found. The other one's in quite a lot of thorns, so we're probably going to skip that one, but this one's a really good quality pallet. So let's get it back to the plot. Okay, so we've gone to get the chip-ins, and I found some really nice logs that will be perfect for the wildlife area that I'm building at the plot, that I decided last night that I was going to build. So I've just filled up the chip-ins, picked some logs, and Connor's going to wheel it, and then we're going to take the pallet together up to the plot. Okay, so I am back on the plot. I put half the chip-ins into the compost heap, the new one. I'm going to hold on to these until the bed is in place. So as you can see, I have no big wood pile here anymore. So I'm just going to dig out a couple of perennial weeds that are there, and then I'm going to place the old bed in its new position. Do you want to try and see if you can put that water in that water tank first? It needs getting on the step. Doesn't look terribly straight, but once I do the path in and around it, it's fine. So what I thought I would do, have this one here, because I can still tend to everything from that angle and this angle, and I've got a big gap here, so I can still put my potatoes down here. or even a row of beans down here. Anything that's close to the compost tends to grow really well. So I'm thinking in here I will probably put parsnips, carrots, maybe some mangel wurzels, things like that. In this one, some sweets, anything that takes a really long growing period, because it's one of the sunniest spots and it's right by the compost where all the good soil is. This is where I think I'm going to plant everything. So I'm going to put a really small layer of chippings just on the bottom, just to settle it so it doesn't blow anywhere, and then I need to start filling it up with mud. So one of my hot neighbours, huh? No, I want mud watch. Do you know what Shannon's digging?
You want it from Shannon's plot?
Yeah.
Oh.
Her
I
path.
thought you wanted more of that.
No, I need
I
mud.
was lucky I re-asked that, because I was
Yeah.
doing all the...
I need mud to put in the bottom of that.
So, wait, I've got 4 snowballs.
So I've got a cover now to put over the garlic. Now I wouldn't normally cover garlic. However, my plot neighbours collared me because a lot of their garlic has been destroyed. So having a look on it, it looks like squirrels and birds have been pecking away at the top of all of their garlic, and they've lost a lot. So I've checked mine. All this stuff on the back row is getting eaten. So it doesn't say online that rats would do this. It says squirrels, and there's a lot of trees by us. So I'm just going to lightly cover, for now, the garlic, if I can get it with the wind. Oh. And hopefully that will deter whatever it is eating the garlic. So I haven't got all of my garlic out. I've got a lot of it inside the brassica bed, but this is still a full bed of garlic, so I don't want it destroyed. So hopefully that will be enough to deter whatever it is eating the garlic around here. We have garlic thieves. Nothing else can be done on that side. To pop the hoe away. So yeah, so this is what the bed looks like. It's really wobbly on this side, so I need to put some chippings or a slab of something underneath there, maybe a flat rock. And that's there. Have a look here. I have got a bulb coming up there. That's excellent. So I've got some spring bulbs around the plot, not too many, but just enough to give it its first lot of colour. And like I said, so this path here, I can put 6 pots of potatoes there, and that way the potatoes are a little bit sheltered with that there. And I might even put a pallet across the back there, and that will then protect it from the wind. And yeah, so that's the plan for that area, and just try and keep this open so when the pumpkins come across, they can grow down into that direction. Then we can grow them down the path if they continue that long, because we've got this path, and this path to come down. Lots of paths on my plot because well, as you can see, that one is currently not really in use, but it's important to get up and down and not get in each other's way when we're all here. So let's go for a quick look. The peas are still okay. It's frozen solid in their mind. It was -5 last night, so I've just kind of shimmied that bed a little bit. Once all of it settles, it'll be fine. And then everything else. I love looking from this angle. This is my favourite angle to stand at. If I come back a little bit more, look at that for an angle. How symmetrical everything looks. It looks amazing. And then a row down here. Right, so let's go for a little wander. Down my daughter's plot. I've got a cover here for her. God, those birds are still eating the absolute out of my cabbages and stuff. Oh, there's a hole there. Okay, let's get round. So that's a pallet we picked up today. And then this is the wood that I got. Really happy with this wood. That's going to look lovely in the wildlife area I'm creating here, because I don't want to just do a plot for myself. I want to be able to do a plot for the wildlife as well, so I can attract more beetles and things like that that are going to eat the aphids. So yeah, it's just figuring out where that's going to go at the moment. I'm going to have a water feature there as well, so everyone's got something to drink. So let's go to the plot. So let's go and see what they're up to today. Illegally parking your car here, I see. Yeah. I'm gonna have to give you a warning, mate. I brought this up for your tree because it will die otherwise. You need to put it over your tree and tie it at the bottom.
Yes, we've already had a break.
It's looking good. So Shannon's put in with Joshua a little path going along there. Yeah, do you see how your raspberry canes look better with sticks? Yeah. You can see them now. Joshua, yeah. In the black thing by my water tank, there's more balls. I found them. I found them in case you need an extra ball.
I've got nothing to tie it with. Cable tie.
There's a tie at the bottom of it.
Oh.
Right. Oh. Go on then, go put it on. Because as you can see, so it's an olive tree needs heat and warmth, and you can't take it in for the winter. But what you can do is cover it. I've got to purchase 2 more for my cherry trees. Is the ground frozen solid, Connor?
Yes.
Yeah.
I did struggle a little bit yesterday when I tried to take some from there.
Might have to do it like a pillowcase, you know?
Yeah. Do you want some help?
It's just the wind, it's so windy today.
I nearly fell over.
I'm trying to put the black things down with like the wind blowing.
Yeah. Right, so you're not putting the garlic in then?
Oh, we've got that, but we're going to need compost.
Yeah, you need compost because it won't grow on that.
Okay.
Yeah, see how the ends have burnt off in the frost?
Yeah. Oh, I've got the top bit. You pull it down. I don't know. It's blowing like a ghost.
Right, you hold the 2 pricks at the top.
What is all the way over there though?
The 2 points. You got it?
Yeah.
Right, hold it up. And down. And down. Yeah. And then tighten around the bottom.
Oh, there's one there.
Yeah. Just keep as tight as you can. Like all the way to the stalk. And then you've got the toggle on the end. Push it up to. Damn, my camera wasn't watching, so I'm laughing because Connor's just dropped a whole wheelbarrow full of mud.
Oh, that's my fresh path as well.
It's because Nan doesn't know how to do up stuff properly.
Yeah, no, it's
right, have you toggled that as tight as you can go so it doesn't blow?
Oh, is there just one? No, I swear there's 2. There's one on each side.
No, there's one.
Oh, gee, I can't.
Use your hand to pull it tight and then use the toggle. So like pull it back. You pulling it back. That's it, and then you do the same on the other side. Then just put a brick or something heavy over the toggle so it doesn't blow up and off.
Is that tight enough? I can't see the other side.
You've got to go all the way to the stem. As tight as it can possibly go. So it doesn't blow off.
There's a massive...
No, you can go tighter than that. Where's Joshua? You better not be eating all my sweets. Are you eating my sweets? No, legit, where's Joshua? Hannah, where did you send Joshua?
I didn't send him anywhere. Oh, is he getting snow?
JJ!
No, you sent him to get a ball, you bumhead.
Oh, just checking you're okay. Is this way? Oh, worms are good.
Right, I can't get it any tighter.
Then just put wrap the string around the bottom of the tree loads of times, and then put a brick or something on top.
No.
Is it frozen?
No.
Oh, stick it in that mud.
I ain't got a brick.
You don't have a brick?
No.
Shannon, I've got 1,000. There's like 50 million bricks down the side of your car.
Oh, grab me a brick.
Okay, I'll go and get your brick. Don't you worry yourself.
Thank you.
Like me and Colin already been on a 50-mile trek.
Yeah, I've been trekking. Round the allotment. Alright, trying to kill me.
Another one.
Not.
What?
Bruv, you're wrecking it.
Is that not how you need it like that anyway?
Not deep, level.
deep.
That's not.
Look. That's because that's all high now, look. Look, see? Then that's still high, so I'll get some of that in there.
We'll
That's-
get that
that's-
massive frosty one at the back.
Where?
Right next. Yeah.
I've just seen where the massive box on
Yeah, I was rounding
Oh,
it
is there?
So I'm just going to go and get something to cover it up. I've got a rock.
You've also got ice, haven't you? Thank you. Right, throw it at him, and then we'll start with the farm.
Get out of here.
Yeah. What did you hit? Ice.
The ice.
Right.
You threw it at me.
Where do you think you'll go, mate? Tippins. Oh.
I put that there earlier. No.
Boom!
Nice.
Chippins!
What do you mean?
We have a whole
Oh
pan.
yeah.
You're a plonker.
I'm not a plonker.
You are a plonker.
He's a
My
Josh.
hands are really hurting today. They're never usually this cold.
He's a Josh.
I'm not a plonker.
You're a Joshua.
Yeah.
There you go, I got it.
Be careful.
Me bark.
Right, here. Joshua, you're dropping it before you get Zeta.
Yeah.
JJ, catch.
That accent didn't sound that hard.
This is held together by straw, bro. Where's Mum gone?
Get a piece to
I saw
cut the
that.
foxhole.
Okay, so there's a big hole where the foxes are coming in, so I'm going to try and block it up as much as I can, and then I'm going to go and collect some rubbish from around the plot because it's very messy. So let's get this fence done first. It's coming to the end of the video now, so it's time to say goodbye. It was definitely a family event. that weekend, all being together on the plot, is just heartwarming. It really is. I love my kids. I love the way they want to help me and fuel themselves with my sweets and my crisps and all my goodies that I hide in my shed. But no, I very much appreciate their help. So a big heart and thank you to them, and a big heart and thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. If you haven't subscribed just yet, please click on that button. It's completely free. It really helps my channel, and share if you're able to share. That way I can come back and make many more videos for you. Okay, so that is just under half full. Needs to be thinned out, so I need a little fork around in there just to mix it all up before I add anything else. And then Joshua's done on Shannon's plot. You did a good job today, well done, buddy. And now we have this big space where that bed was, and then what we will do, open up, so that one will go to that side, that one will go to that side, and then we will open that whole area up for pumpkin growing. But in the meantime, there will be other things that will be growing in here. So the broad beans will go in here, and then another early crop will go out here as well, along with some sunflowers, and that is what is going to go in this bed. And then when the pumpkins go in here, I will add some footpaths in there, because I don't want to keep falling into the pumpkins like I did last year.